We had the 5-year plan, which meant we got married, we both got jobs, and we both worked, and we had that double income thing going. We bought cars, and then we were going to build a house, and then after we got our house, then we were going to have our family.
We were planning for retirement, vacations, we were going to Alaska, Disney World, all these different places, having a great time with life. And somewhere in the middle of all that, something happened. I just began to question the Lord and ask Him, is there something more that you want from my life than just living it for myself? We had to choose. Are we going to continue with the great American dream, or are we going to submit ourselves to Him and see what His dream for us is, and let Him paint the picture for what our life should be like?
I mean, we are just a regular family who didn't set out with missions as our ultimate goal, and we didn't marry to be involved in missions, and we didn't go to Bible school. We felt like God was telling us to do this, and we felt definitely that this was the direction, but we felt incapable and so average, and just praying, Lord, are you sure you have the right people? We are just normal people. I mean, we like comfort. We don't even camp. I mean, it's crazy. We have 3 little kids, and I'm thinking, how are we even going to get through the airport with our stuff? We could barely get to North Carolina, let alone, India.
And I'm not going to kid you, we doubted. We wanted to run. I had to go back and read through Jonah because I very much wanted to run from this.
I have had days when I've called him and I've just said, I quit. And he's like, you quit what? I'm like, I quit it all. I want to go to bed tonight, and I want the only thing I worry about to be, what am I going to fix the kids for lunch tomorrow, and where are we going to take our next vacation? Those were the things that used to be my concerns. And now I'm laying in bed at night, and I'm thinking about the fact that we just read about something where a church was attacked in New Delhi, and the believers were taken out at knife point. I was afraid that God was going to ask more of me than I had to give.
Fear is not a motivator for making any decision, but it's real, and it's something that you deal with. It's something that you process and you struggle with, and there's been times where we've said, which one's going to win out here, our faith or our fear? Which one's going to get the best of us? God just kept nudging us forward, saying basically what He told Joshua when He commissioned him in Joshua 1:9. He said, have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid nor dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And for us, that was the answer.
We're going to be working in northern India, and it's considered one of the most unreached places of the world. There are over about 6 billion people in the world, and half of those are unreached with the gospel, and 1 billion of those, so a third of the unreached, are concentrated in the country of India. There's whole people groups that have never had anyone working with them, and they are in need. Even if you ask them, hey, have you heard of Jesus? They'd say, well, you might try the next village. They've never heard the name of Jesus. And so the need is absolutely staggering.
The first step is to train the nationals to be church planners. The second step is, as God raises up church planners, there will be leaders among them whom we will train to be trainers of church planners, so then they become people who are training themselves. And you start to see the church grow and multiply within their own people. We would like to extend an invitation to Grace Community Church to go with us, not just say they're behind us, but actually go with us and send short-term teams, put their hands on that part of the world, and to fulfill the Great Commission through discipling a nation. there's been a process of, at first it feeling like this huge sacrifice, like we were really giving up a bunch of stuff. And yeah, we're giving up some stuff, but the more we see of God's glory and the more we see of His heart, we realize it really isn't a sacrifice. It's just a joy.
I desire to see God transform a nation, transform a people. I want to be on the front lines. I mean, I don't want to just hear about it. I want to see lives transformed in the way that He's transformed my life. And you know, it may be a price, and there is a price to be paid for the gospel. And sometimes that requires, in history past, and in the Bible, it required a sacrifice, sometimes of the life of yourself, of Chad, of my children. It may require that sacrifice, and I have to be willing to say, it is worth it. And for a family, we say, it is worth it.